Shanter, a tale. When Chapman and Billies leave the street, drouthy neighbours meet. As market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit, boozing at the nappy, and getting food and our gravy. Now thinking of the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits your sulky, sullen dame, nobody here, gathering her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. Sick truth, fond honest Shanter, as he ae nicht frae air did canter. All there, while ne'er a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Ah, Tam, had thou but been sae wise as ta'en thine ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blitherin', blusterin', drunken blellum, that frae November to October, market nicht, thou wasna sober. That ilka melder with a miller, thou sat as long as thou had siller. That every naig was caught a shoon, the smith and thee got roaring full. And at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou sat with Captain Jean till Monday. She prophesied that later soon thou wouldst be found deep drowned in doom, or catched wi' warlocks in the neck, the alleys old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dance, it gars me greet to think how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises. But to our tale, market nicht, Tam had got planted on Curragh, fast by an ingle blazing finely, where Raymond swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient, trusty, drouthy crony. Tam looed him like a vera brother. They had been food for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye, the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with fares secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories. The landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle. Tam didna mind the storm a whistle. Care, mad to see a man sae happy, e'en drowned himsel amang the nappy. As bees flee hame with lades of treasure, the minutes wind their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious o'er all the owl's whole life, victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. He sees the flower, its bloom is shed. Or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race that flit ere ye can point their place. Or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amidst the storm. Nae man can tether time for time. The hour approaches. Time on ride. That hour, o night's black arch, the keystane, that very hour he mounts his beast in, the ere poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twould blow on its last. The rattling showers rose in the blast. The speedy gleams the darkness swallowed. Loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand. The deil had business on his hand. Excuse me. Well mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam skelpit on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst hodding fast his gid blue bonnet, whilst crooning out some old Scotch sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where ghasts and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snaw this chapman smored, and past the Bicks and Meikle Stane, where drunken Charlie and Brack's neck bane, and through the woods and by the cairn, where hunters found the murdered bairn, and at the thorn aboon the well, where Murdo's mother hanged herself. Before him, Doon pours all her floods, the Dublin showers roar through the woods, the lightnings flash frae pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll, when, glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a please. Throughout Cabal the beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn. We tippany, we fear nae evil, we Usquabe, we'll face the devil. The swats sae reamed and Tammy's noddle, fair play, he caredna deals of boddle. But Maggie stood right fair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light. And thou, Tam saw an uncassant, warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotillion Brent knew fae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels, for life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker at the east, there sat old Nick, in shape o' beast, a towsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gat them skill, to roof and rafters, all did dill. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the dead in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slit, each in his cauld horn held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa spanlang wee unchristened bairns, a thief new crutted for a rape, wi' his last gasp his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks wi' blood red rusted, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter that a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled, which his ain son no life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft, wi' mair o' horrible and awful, that even to name would be unlawful. As Tammy stood amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious, the piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew, they reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleekit, till old Cacal and swat and reekit, and cushed her durries to the whack, and lint it at it in a sack. Had Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, the sacks instead of creashy flannin been snow white 1700 lin. These breeks o' mine, my only pair, that yins were plush with kid blue hair, I would have gained them off my hardies for a blink o' the bonny birdies. But whether beldams, old and droll, rigged woody hags would speen a fall, louping and flinging in a crummock, so winner didn't turn my stomach. Tam kent what was what fu brawly. There was a winsome wench and Wally that night enlisted in the corps, lang after Kent on Carrickshore. For many a beast to dead she shot, and perished mony's the bonny boat, and broke baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sack o' Paisley harm, which as a lassie she had worn, in longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunting. Ah, little Kent, thy reverend granny, the sack she cost for her wee nanny, with 12 Scots, and was o' her riches, would e'er he graced a dance o' witches. But here, my muse, her wing maun cure, sick flights are far beyond my poor. To sing how Nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was and strang, and how Tam stood like yin bewitched, and thought his very een enriched. Een Satan glowered and fidged fu fain, and hodged and blew in might and main. Till first, caper, sign another, Tam tint his reason all together and rose out, "Well done, Curtis Sack!" And in an instant, all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied. As bees bizz out wi' angry fyke, when plundering herds assail their bite, when open pussies mortal foes, when pop she starts afore their nose, as eager rins the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie rins the witches follow, when Monday an eldritch screech and hollow. Ah, Tam, thou get thy faring, and hell will roast ye like a heron. Vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now, do thy speedy up, Miss Meg, to gain the keystane of the brig. There thou art then, thy tail may toss, a rinning stream they darena cross. But ere the keystane she could make, the feint the tail she had to shake, for Nanny, far afore the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed. She flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wist she Maggie's mettle. A spring brought off her maester hail, but left behind her ain grey tail. Carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now who this tale for truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son, tak heed, whene'er to drink ye are inclined, and cutty sacks run in your mind, think you may buy the joys our dear. Remember Tam o' Shanter's mate. Thank you.